Hi, I'm Esme, and I am a coach that specializes in relationship dynamics, and I have a real interest and curiosity around neurodiversity as well. And this is my colleague, Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil. I'm a neurodivergent coach, and I help people with planning less, being less, and doing less, so that life is a bit more straightforward.
Thanks, Neil. And we pop up on LinkedIn and we use this video to share a few thoughts and conversations that we have around neurodiversity and neurodiversity coaches. And we were chatting this morning around the systems that we operate in as coaches, whether that's as an internal coach or an associate coach, or even our coaching bodies that we operate in. And Neil, I know you've got a real life example of this at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm coming up for reapplication for my EMCC membership, practitioner level, and that means having to negotiate websites, different people with different information, a lot of reading, some money exchange as well, and also my own ambition to not just want to reapply as practitioner level, but to kind of reach up to senior practitioner level. So all of that is taking quite a lot of excess energy or spoons for those that use that analogy from my from my cutlery drawer.
I love the expansion of the metaphor. Absolutely. And we know for individuals who are neurodiverse that mental load and cognitive function can be really tough when you're navigating lots of things like that. And I just wonder, what's your sense, Neil, of what would make that easier for you or other ND coaches?
That's a good question. So I think first of all, knowing my what my neurodivergent pattern is, so the fact that I know it's dyscalculia and I've got a relationship with that, I know how it plays out, and I know the difference between kind of day to day wear and tear and when my brain is going, whoa, what's going on? So I think being able to know those two things, the difference between those two things is really important. And crucially, being able to know who to reach out to. For
Yeah.
me, moving forward in bite-sized chunks, which I know for other neurodivergents would drive them mad, but having something in place where it's just I remind myself once every day for about 10 minutes that I need to do a little more. I'm just pushing it forward slowly. I've got a meeting with the person who's supporting me this afternoon, and I'm avoiding thinking about that because she's lovely, she's great, and she will really help me. But the enormity of the whole thing feels too much in one go. So
Yeah.
it's not about avoidance, but it is about just letting in what I can cope with at a
Yeah.
particular time. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that breaking it down into bite-sized chunks, as you say, is a strategy that will work for many people, but won't work
Yeah.
for everyone because there isn't a one size fits all. And you talk about knowing yourself, and I'm wondering, where are the spaces in coaching or supervision that help you work out and talk through these things for you?
It's a really good question. So, I mean, I think we weren't talking about it with relationships, this as me, but this is a conversation we've had about today, actually, about having to explain to people. So, part of it's knowing that I need spoons enough to explain to people and be compassionate. So, they're not going to understand what my experience is. And despite, again, systemically, that we're all supposed to be waving banners and going, you need to understand what my life experience is. You can't, you'll meet five dyscalculic people, and um, uh, they'll all pronounce that differently and have a different slant on what it means. So I think it's about being able to really show up and be aware of what you need to do at a particular time and make space for that, and maybe slow down as well in order for it to happen. That's the bit. Be around people who understand, or at least are really curious to understand. So even if you're explaining, you can do that well. And supervision, I think, is crucial. So I might well take this to my own supervision as well as you and I might be offering this as part of our supervision package for other ND coaches. But I will take it if I need to. I've got till April, so I've also started early enough to allow for that.
Great. That's really lovely to hear. And thank you for bringing in our offer because we are both supervisors and we're creating a space for group supervision, which is for coaches who are neurodiverse or coaches who are working with neurodiverse clients, where we
Yeah,
can talk about what's going on for you in your practice, but with a particular focus around how neurodiversity shows up in that and impacts that. Because we feel it's really important to have that dedicated space to talk about it. So if that's of interest to you, then do drop either myself or Neil a message and we'd love to chat and share more details with you.
yeah, we're currently putting a waiting list together. Need a couple of more people, and then we are ready to go for the next cohort. So please feel free to reach out imminently if it's something that sounds like you're interested. But a few other people have said to us later in the year, please can't do it right now. So also, if you've got a thought that it might be helpful, or you're just curious about what it might be, please reach out.